me.
I'm so embarrassed to have to say I'm a YouTuber.
You shouldn't be, but it does make people go.
It's like, it's just, what do you do? My default answer, I make videos on the internet. Oh, like you work for a media company? Kinda. Yeah, I make videos. Oh, like what? I make YouTube videos.
This always happens.
Every time.
The long pull, it always happens.
Every time. It's like, I make YouTube videos. Oh, are you an influencer?
That's how they say it.
Yeah.
What is it you do, Bob?
Technically, I'm an influencer. And 99% of the time, if it's another grown-ass adult, they look at me and they don't say anything. But the look says, oh, fucking this guy sits at home all day, naked, eating Cheetos, dicking off on his computer, and his wife is like a doctor or something. That explains everything. And the next question every time, what does your wife do?
Yeah. Dr. Hannah, medicine woman.
Yeah. Default answer every time, me.
And welcome to your favorite Underwhelming podcast. I am the co-host with the most TBI, joined by the former chubby electrician guy. We're so excited to see you. We're glad you're here. Man.
What
a time in Iowa. I'm having a blast. I love it up here at my second home. You know, your family's great too, but we haven't really established where I'm bunking permanently, but we'll get to that. I think I'll take the left wing of the compound.
Why don't you just sell your house in Tennessee and buy a house here twice the size and live here?
Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. You know you're getting to a certain age when your bros send you like Zillows. When he's because it's funny because like when you show up to my house, you're like, oh, it's a nice house, very complimentary, same thing. But I sent you Zillows, and then he sent me Zillows.
No, I messed up with bunker branding because bunker's like at capacity. Like
How'd that happen?
We need more space, right? So like bunker needs more space, and there's like a factory next door. Why say factory? It's like a 4,000 square foot Morton building that's been beat to shit from the 60s. And we're like, it's like the only place nearby that you could buy to like put up a new building, expand, whatever the case is. And it's like, how much do they want for that? And it's like $1.2 million for a plot of land and a building I'm going to have to rip down and put a new building on. And it's like, that's insane. And then I made the mistake of getting on and just seeing like what's available in Iowa. And it's like, oh, a 28,000 square foot building that's ready to go for like $900,000. It's just like, this is the property difference between place to place is insane.
The slow Iowa sleeper build is continuing to happen.
I think Iowa this year has the lowest cost of living in the entire country.
Pretty cool. I mean, as soon as we hit here from Minnesota, it's like, what is it? Freedom to flourish?
I don't know.
I think that's the motto. And I was like, all right, you guys kind of live and let live.
Also, the most human altered land in the world.
Is that good or bad?
Probably bad. Iowa has really high cancer rates because we're spraying Roundup on everything all the time. It's in the groundwater. And then like Iowa used to have, because it's just a big plain. It's just flat as far as the eye can see. There's no bumps, nothing. It's a tabletop.
Mm-hmm.
And when like the settlers first got here, they had prairie grass. So it's like 5 foot high grass. But so Iowa has a bunch of flooding problems. And this grass, that Iowa prairie grass, what they understand now but didn't understand then, the root system in this prairie grass went like 30 feet underground. Like there's a museum in Iowa that I went to and they showed the thing. It's like 80 foot high ceilings with like mezzanines. It's a 3-story museum. And this exhibit is like, here's the 5 feet of prairie grass. Here's the dirt level. Here's the root system. And it's like 30 feet long. And that was covering the entire state. They ripped it all out so they could grow corn. Well, corn's root system's only, a foot or whatever. Yeah. So they're like, this is why Iowa floods and shit all the time, is because we used to have this prairie grass with this enormous root structure overlapping everywhere. And that would hold the water in the ground. Well, now the ground doesn't hold as much water. It just sheds it off and everything floods.
Why is there so much water? Is it because it gets cold and it freezes and melts?
No, I mean, Iowa's really low. So like we have a really low flood table.
Gotcha.
So I mean, you can you can go damn near anywhere in Iowa, dig a fucking hole, get a couple of feet. You're going to hit.
Sounds like
It's going to get wet.
Yeah. Usually you pay extra for that.
This is true.
I'm sorry. I'm a little. Blas took us through a workout that he built in the garage in like 5 seconds and like 40 rounds. What was it? The Metcon?
Yeah, it was definitely a Metcon. It was just what did we do? 10 kettlebell swings.
Yep.
We did 5
clean
and press, 10 goblet squats,
GHD
5 GHD sit-ups. It's a partner, I go, you go.
Mhm.
So while I'm completing that circuit, he's holding a plate above his head of your desired weight. Once I'm completed, he hands over the plate. I hold it above my head. We do that. Complete an entire round. Rest for 1 minute. Go again. We did like 4 rounds each.
4 rounds.
Gross.
Yeah. I was like, he's like, how much you want to hold over your head? And I was like, My ego was like, 25.
My default was like 25.
25. 30.
And then he said, let's do 10.
I'm going to do 10. That's
I'm
what I
really
said.
thankful you picked 10.
I'm going to pick 10 because
Like, you're just holding it like this?
yes. But it's a long time.
So
And
you
then-
can't drop it until I complete the circuit or he completes the circuit, and then you swap. So keep in mind, you got kettlebell swings which are exhausting the
Yeah.
shoulders. You got clean and press, also exhausting the shoulders. You got goblet squats that are crushing your legs.
I love when you guys went through basic training. Did you ever have, I went through in 2012, so probably a little bit after you guys, but like we had some kids, both men and women, that
Mhm.
could not even do a push-up when they got to basic training.
What was the basic training test then for y'all? It's probably the same.
Yeah,
I mean-
it's the same. It's push-ups, sit-ups, and a 2
push-up,
mile run.
sit-ups, 2 mile run. But like we had some people that like legitimately could only do like 5 push-ups or couldn't do a push-up.
A push-up?
Like, yeah, it was crazy. And, they'd be smoking you and you get to the point, even, if you can do push-ups, they'll make you do push-ups till
Yeah.
you can't do push-ups. And you get to the point where it's just like, it's not working. And then they make you stand up and make you like
Mm-hmm.
do this with your arms, just burning the shit out of your shoulders. And
Sun gods is what we used to call
Was it
them.
like the cherry pickers?
yeah,
Remember?
the cherry,
Oh.
pick the cherries, drop them in the basket, pick the cherries, drop them
Really?
in the basket. Oh yeah. And we had
Somewhere Rich is smiling.
I got in trouble for laughing because we had this female drill sergeant that was black and she was funny as shit. Like she didn't want
Yeah.
you to laugh, but she was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
She was right on this private screaming at him and he's like struggling to hold his arms up. He's so exhausted. Hold your fucking arms up, private. You grew them bitches. I don't want to hear you complaining about it. Like, oh, it was hilarious.
Dude, I miss boot camp so much for one reason. It is absolutely the funniest social experiment you'll ever be a part of. Like, I didn't know it at the time, but all the drill instructors are like working on a tight 5. Like, it's like they're doing bits at the Comedy Store and they're just trying to make you break. And I got lucky. I don't know if you guys had this. I got lucky. My cousin literally enlisted like 4 years before me. And so he basically was like, well, my uncle did it too, but it was like, this is how we get out of where we are. We join the Marines, we change our lives. Uncle became a doctor, like a head of surgery somewhere. He became this like IT guy who like taught himself everything.
Fuck happened to you?
I didn't follow fuck you, man. Like I didn't follow all the directions, but like he put me on game of like, do y'all have a moment of truth? This is 2 things I want to know. Do you have a moment of truth? Do you have that? You go into receiving, they're bulldogging you. Hey, get off my bus right now.
A shark attack.
Well, you're getting shark attacks in the thing, and then like you're filling out paperwork with like your head on the desk, and they're like, "Don't lift your nasty head up, you fucking piece of shit." They're doing all that stuff. But then at the end, there's like a break, like 24 hours in or whatever, and they call it the moment of a truth. And they bring in a guy. He's like, "Hello, my name's Lance Corporal Sanchez," something like that. Doesn't matter. He goes, "If you're here, your drone started to tell you about this moment. This is the moment of truth. If you want to be a Marine, you come up right now. You tell us the truth. If you lied about anything on your recruiting papers, you tell us right now. Let's start your journey together." As honest, like he's like giving you this whole pitch. You watch a movie, they bring out the 9/11 TV. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, on the
I don't
cart.
know. I don't know.
On the cart?
Yeah.
Yeah, the oh shit, I'm about to get to watch Magic School Bus and Bill Nye the Science Guy TV.
Yeah, all I can think of it is the 9/11 TV.
The teacher's hungover today, so we're gonna watch TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Romeo and Juliet in class. Whoa, they fucking like it was crazy.
Worst thing is finding out that day happened and you took school off.
Yeah.
Because you're like, damn, I used the fucking
Come on,
sick.
man. I used up a CART TV day. It's a freebie. It's like a mental health day. But so the moment of truth is basically they try to get recruits or potential, the recruits. They try to get them to break their contract so that they can reopen them and reassign them. And depending on what you did, they might even drop you. Apparently, it's something that's done to ensure the integrity between the recruiters. This is 2007. They were doing pulse checks at the door. They're like,
It sounds like they're trying to fill positions that nobody.
yeah. Yeah. So, like, the most common thing that would happen is they would just reopen your
There was
contract.
like a lawsuit about that shit for the Navy a while back, and the military lost.
Apparently, the Navy and the Marines did it a lot, is my
Yeah,
understanding.
there was like a couple of dudes that got brought in to be like communications guys, and then they ended up somehow just being like cooks on a ship, and they were super pissed about it, and they didn't get to do any of the job that was in their contract. They ended up like having a lawsuit and won. I don't know if it was like suing or just getting the job they wanted or getting out of their contract, but I know the Navy lost that legal battle.
I want to look that up, actually. But with this thing, because in the Marines, you pick a field, and it's like infantry field, comm field, motor T field. And then you go to your like school, and then you pick a job, and then
Bring out the sorting crayon.
Yeah. They bring out the sorting crayon. They bring out the sorting crayon.
Mortarman!
Yeah.
Machine gunner!
Yeah. Basically. But I went there with a few guys from like the same area, and my cousin Mitch, shout out to my cousin Mitch. He goes, whatever you do, don't get up. Don't tell them nothing. You sit there, you bury your head. Boot camp's a game. The game is to get you through it. They don't want you to wash out. This is a system. It'll feel real weird. It's theatrical and all that stuff. He's like, I'm like, all right, cool. He's never lied to me. Why would he lie to me about this?
Boot camp is one big Mr. Beast video.
Yeah, basically, yeah. It is. And so, like, I'm there, and the dude comes out, and I see this kid, and I don't remember his name, and I don't even want to know his name. But we had, like, hung out because we had been together for, like, a week or two at that point. And he like gets to stand up, and I literally like reach back and I just give him one of these. I'm like, sit the fuck down. Like, he's like, no. He's like, what if they find out I did drugs? And I was like, shut up, nerd. Like, sit down. He's like, and he like shrugs me off like this, walks up there with like the most amount of swagger. I was like, damn, they got him. Jump cut. Boot camp stuff happens. We can come back to that later. I go to get my camis and all my stuff. Final issue. The boys graduating, getting ready to finish up. I'm a Marine. That guy's right there in receiving. He goes, they're kicking me out. I broke contract. He told him he like did mushrooms once and he didn't tell his recruiter, and they cut him right there. Do y'all have anything like that?
In 2007?
In 2007, which was crazy.
No, we had like three really fat kids. I'm like, they were obese kids. Like, I don't know how they made it into the whatever. And the first day, the shark attack, they smoke the shit out of you. Like, whatever, it sucks. You do push-ups, get yelled at, it's fine. And they, that started at like 9 a.m. Didn't really have fucking lunch that day. And then it's like dinner time. They march to the fucking chow hall. You go through the chow hall bullshit. And they make you all get your trays, and then like your units at these 2 long tables or whatever. And you set the tray down in front of you, and then you stand at parade rest behind your chair. And drill instructor's got a fucking stopwatch.
Really?
And he's like, as soon as the last person gets ready, he's like, okay, eat. And he hits a stopwatch. I don't know the time period. I remember it was spaghetti, bread with butter, and corn is what there was. And I took a spoonful of spaghetti, stuck it in a loaf of bread, and I almost finished that one loaf of bread before he said, okay, get your shit up, get the fuck out. Like, it had to have been 15 to 30 seconds, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, whatever. Not eating. Go back out, dump all this food in the fucking trash, go back out, stand in formation, and there's 3 fat kids crying.
Crying?
Crying because
Shoot
they're
me.
hungry.
Like,
Fucking crying. And 2 of them dropped out
Yeah.
right then. They're like, I quit. I want to go home. And they ended up being basically the fucking water boy
Yeah.
for the entire, they were with us all through basic training, get the fucking water for everybody else. And they went all the way through the whole basic training cycle as our water boy. And then I don't know what happened to them, but what I was told was they were getting recycled and they would have a chance to go through it again. But I was like, that fucking sucks.
Yeah. That's worse.
I definitely remember that though, the whole eating within a time period.
Yeah.
I didn't have that problem. I had a different problem. I was a double ration. It sounds great. It was not great for me. Not until the end. Literally double everything.
We had one guy on double rations. He got me tackled by 2 drill instructors.
I mean, that's when I realized the main difference between the military and prison is that everyone has a gun in the military, but the rules are still the same because I was trading peanut butter for, people were like, Bill, give me some peanut butter. And I just throw them to him. But I got in there. I mean, I enlisted. I was 18. I was like 105, 107, maybe. Sinew. And they're like, you're a double ration. I was like, what does that mean? And like, it sounds great at first, but it was so much food that I would literally like I would get nauseous.
Struggling from success.
I was not struggling from success.
Okay, Mr. fucking Monopoly.
I was like literally, I would, until like the last week we were there, like every meal I wanted to vomit. And what do you think happened if I started choking, Nick? What do you think happened? Swallow that shit. Don't you waste that chow. You know, these recruits will kill you to have that chow. And I'm just like drinking 2 glasses of milk every meal.
Boo-hoo. I got to eat at basic training.
Left at like 140. Like it was insane. The boy became a man then. All of a sudden. It's crazy times. But that guy, I think about that guy. He probably, I wonder what he does now.
I think I lost 20 pounds and I think I shit 3 times in all of basic training.
You should get that looked at. There might be something still in there.
I mean, no, it's just that the body's like, there is no waste. There's nothing we didn't figure out how to use.
There's how long? It's the same. Boot camp's the same times. It's such a funny, weird thing that happens. And it's the only people that join the military will have like that type of experience. But I don't know. I'm kind of upset with some things that are happening.
The funniest part for me is just seeing all the cultural differences between different people.
Mm-hmm.
Like white people don't use washcloths.
Mm-mm.
White people barely use lotion.
Yeah.
Like just all these different things. A lot of white people don't understand how awesome baby powder or foot powder is. Like,
I remember it felt like I was meeting people from a movie. Like, cause you meet like Northern people and they're like, hey, I'm from New Jersey. What's up? My name's Tony Gabico. This is Mikey Gabaki. Or whatever Italian name. Or like, and I'd never met people like that before. Or like, this is Sanchez, this is Hernandez, this is Smith, this is Jones, this is Humphrey. Like, this is like Applewhite, this is so-and-so.
And you're all piles of shit.
Everyone hates you. Everyone hates you. The oldest recruit we had, though, was a 30-year-old dude.
We had a guy that was 28.
And he was from the Midwest. I can't remember where. I don't want to ever say his name. He was right next to me in boot camp. But the drill instructor, they loved fucking with him. Ever told you this story?
No.
This is like the first time I got cracked. So there was this one drill instructor who was an 0311. And I know because it was tattooed on his forearm. That's what I wanted to do.
Oh, see, the Army drill instructors, if you're infantry,
mm-hmm.
the badge on their campaign cap has a baby blue ring around it.
Mm-hmm.
So you fucking know.
Really?
Yes.
That's sick.
It's an identifier for the infantry.
I forget, does artillery have a red one? No, it's just infantry that has that, right? Okay.
Yeah, he had just this huge tattoos. He was jacked. He had a wartime stack when stacks were wartime. And he was like, I think he was training the drill instructors in there. He would like come in every now and then, like moonlight. And he loved fucking with this guy next to me because he was 30 years old, not in the best shape. And they loved fucking with him. And like, they came up to him one time as a hygiene inspection. So we're not naked. We're in our like whitey tidies showing our nails. And they're like, oh, you suck. You blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. And they come up to him and go, let's say his name's Ben. You go, oh, not Ben. Let's say his name's Jones or whatever. They go, Jones, what the fuck is wrong with you, boy? You look so fucking disgusting. He's like, this recruits, no, sir. And he's like, oh my God, are you married? Who married you, you piece of shit? You're just so gross. You look bug. He's like, this recruit's wife loves us, sir. Oh, I bet she does. I bet she loves Jody. Is your wife back home with Jody right now? No, she's not, sir. Oh, I bet she is. Say she is. No, she's not, sir. I bet she is. And he just keeps going. He keeps going. He keeps going. And the guy just starts crying. And when he eventually cries, he goes, God damn it, your daddy should have pulled out and shot at your mama's mouth. And when he said that, I go, and he cracked me, just like laid me on the, I like woke, I was starched. I woke up and I was just like, and he goes, looks like you fell, recruit. And I was like, this recruit fell. I couldn't help it. Like,
Talk about a fucking punchline.
yeah, dude, I was like, I couldn't see anything. I could smell time. It was upset. Like because he just kept getting into him and I was starting to shake. So when he finally hit it, it was over. It was crazy though. I couldn't imagine going, I guess I could do it when I was older now because I don't know. I don't know what that would suck going in that old at the bottom, the absolute bottom.
I like listening to the different generations. Like the generation before was like, basic training sucks. They're not even allowed to beat the shit out of you guys anymore.
Yeah.
And then like now our generation is like, you guys get cell phones? The fuck?
Yeah.
2012.
Yeah. When did they drop cell phones? Like 14, 15, 16, something like that? I know because Rich said he deals with it now, and it's just a tool he uses to punish people is what he told me. He likes that aspect of it, but he takes it away from them because they only get like a certain amount of time. Honestly, I like not having it. You could just focus on that one singular task. Not have to call home and be reminded that you're in a weird place, not home. And I guess I wonder if they do the phone call from home where they call you. They like run you through a phone bank and they're like, this recruit it's got the Paris
You get
Island.
15 seconds.
Yeah.
Scream the mailing address.
It was awesome. Dude, it's so weird. We had a cell phone, a guy snuck in that we put in the bottom of a sea bag and we made a false bottom. We put duct tape on it. This boy from Louisiana. He was shiesty. Like he had tricks. He had tricks, but he like taped a false bottom in the sea bag. So whenever they would dump it, nothing would fall out. And I actually called Christy on it. And she's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'll see you on graduation. And it was a week before we graduated. So like I knew it was in the bag at that point. And I was like, you better be there, girl. And I'll be there looking sharp as hell with my BCGs and my uniform on.
Oh, you had BCGs? I forget you had not LASIK, but whatever that eye
PRK
surgery is. Yeah.
Dude, and I did not. So I was born I was nearsighted and I had an astigmatism. And so going up through Memphis City Public Schools until I got to third grade, I didn't know I needed glasses. When I would tell the teacher I couldn't see the board, they would just move me closer to the board. And this one teacher was like, this child needs glasses. So then I got glasses and then I had them from then on and contacts in high school. But
because like our PRK and LASIK is different.
It's different.
And I hear like a bunch of sketchy shit about LASIK, about how like some people just like have permanent eye pain or some people go blind. I think, wasn't Whistling Diesel, the YouTuber, did like a big video on LASIK that like fucked him up for a while?
Probably. I think LASIK has really grown in leaps and bounds, but in the military specifically, they don't do it because they did it on some SEALs. This is the legend. They did it on some SEALs who did a halo jump and their flaps opened. And they didn't know that could happen. Either they went too early or like they weren't healed all the way. I don't know exactly, but they were like, ah! And their cornea flaps like came open like 20,000. So a halo's over 20,000 feet in the air. I think I would just take a knee. You know, if I'm blind 20,000 feet in the air, I'm like, man, this sucks. But PRK, they just shape your whole eye. So it was just like I got it done in between deployments. Literally, I lay down, look at the light, set up, and I could see perfectly. And then they laid me back down. They did the same thing, 20 minutes from start to finish.
How long do you have like light sensitivity or whatever?
I still have light sensitivity to this day, but not bad. This is the only negative. If it's like around 5 o'clock and we're going out, I'll take sunglasses. You won't need, most people don't need them because, but it just makes me like a little bit uncomfortable. That's it. So what, I wear sunglasses longer and I look cooler longer? Oh, well. Like, that's why sometimes on podcasts, like I'll have to wear them because like my eyes are just a little sensitive, but like there are worse things than always being cool. But when I went into boot camp and they gave me my BCGs, which I still have, they didn't have the astigmatism lensing in them. And I put them on and the corpsman, the doc's like, here you go. And I was like, I put them on and I was like, hey, these aren't right. And he's like, no, that's your prescription. We did it. And I was like, I know, but I have an astigmatism. Like, this doesn't have it. And he goes, oh yeah, that machine's broken. You're just going to have to make do. I was like, what do you mean make do? I can't, my eye cannot focus on an object. It lacks the ability to. He's like, yeah, that sucks. Have fun. I almost didn't qualify on the rifle range because of it.
Damn.
Because like literally, you know, front sight post, clear sight picture, all that.
You can't focus on the sight post.
I can't focus on the sight post. And so I ran through rifle range once, right? And they're like, hey, you're gonna have to run the range again. And I finally, like, I got a little bit of courage when I was rerunning the range the second time. So, and I like looked at this guy and he like comes up behind me, kicks me, goes, what's wrong with you? And I go, I have an astigmatism. I can't focus. And he goes, well, that makes sense because my groups were together, but they were all just like all over, not all over the place. They weren't where they should be.
Where they should be, yeah.
Because I was guessing. Because I could see it, but I can't, like, literally it's like a zoom in.
I can make the bullet hit the same spot. I just can't see the spot.
Tell me which spot. And he literally was like, and he went to the drill sergeant. He's like, I remember being like, this kid can't fucking see. Like, and he's pointing to me. And there was this other guy who like, sadly didn't make it through. He got rerun. And then he started saying astigmatism too. So they like checked his med records because he didn't even know what the word was. But he was like, oh, I've got that. I've got astigmatism too. Like that was not his case at all. Because they verified it at that point. They're like, yeah, Bell has an astigmatism, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, close one of your eyes. And they're like, it's in both of his eyes. Like it's not severe, but it's just enough where I can't focus. And, you know, we're doing iron sights too. So you gotta get there, just get there. And he got behind me and he literally was like shift left. Like literally like hit my foot. Like I'm in the thing and he's like shift. And I was like, okay, marksman. Sucked, but got expert every time after that. But because I could see, but I just remember having this real life moment being like, if I don't become a Marine because I can't see the thing and I told them I can't, I'm going to be a nightmare of a person. Like I might sue them, you know, like, because it was like upsetting because you don't know if they're really going to like take you serious or stuff because they're so, again, the guy next to me was like, stigmatism here too. So much astigmatism. But yeah. It's funny putting them on though. I have them. I have a photo of me with them on. They look ridiculous.
They're awesome.
They are awesome. Do you know that that's why I have a Wiley X contract? Do you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the lore. I've seen the picture.
It's great. For anyone who doesn't know, I wore Wiley X glasses that were prescription on my first tour, and they're ballistic. And there's this photo that was taken of me, and they were like, cool. And I came back home. It was in the Marine Corps Times. So I didn't know this. If the DOD takes a picture, they own it forever. And anyone can use it because it's free.
That's what pissed
public domain.
I get so pissed about that.
I don't like it either.
No, I get pissed off for a different reason. So like the picture's taken with government funds by a government photographer.
Yes.
It's public domain, right?
I know the guy's name.
There's entire websites that you can get on and it's just thousands and thousands of pictures, video footage, all this shit. And that's what I put in a lot of my Fat Electrician videos for like the B-roll, like history. I'm talking about a Sherman tank. There's Sherman tank footage that was taken back in the 1940s by the government. That's public domain. It was paid for with US tax dollars. I can fucking use it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need permission. It's not copyright. None of that bullshit. There's fucking companies and there's a shit ton of them. They have entire YouTube channels, all kinds of shit. All they do is they go to these websites where the government has already provided the fucking material and they run it through their enhancing software to make it fucking 5% more clear or whatever. And then because they ran it through their software, now they have copyright. and you have to fucking go and they're like, oh yeah, you can use our video footage for $45 fucking dollars. And then, which is whatever. That's shitty, sure. But like, as long as I still have access to the other shit, it's fine. I'll buy my own software.
Yeah.
But what's shitty is these companies will then get on YouTube and like they'll try to copyright strike me
To get your
saying that
rev.
I'm using their footage, and I have to go to YouTube and be like, no, this is fucking public domain owned by the government.
Yeah.
His version is 5% more clear because of his software or whatever. I got it from the National Archives. Fuck off.
There's companies that's their whole model.
Yes, that's their whole thing. It drives me fucking insane.
I hate them. I only know a little bit about this because I don't want to name anyone, but my photo still is used by the Marine Corps to this day. It's in like online training, it's in like packets, it's in stuff. But in like the 13, 14s, 15s, when I was applying for college, grad school in particular, my photo was directly linked to like veteran memes and like all this stuff. And basically, I didn't like that my image was being used for the generation of money for other companies that I have no association with. And just in general, because at the time I was applying for grad school at a very small Christian university, and I didn't want them to like see my photo, Zachary Bell, and then like a photo of me with comments being like, fucking kill them all, you know, like, yeah, war is hell. And it's just like me. And then they also did weird stuff to it. They like put like, you know, what is it called? The 10s? Is that the decade? Remember when people put like Instagram filters on filters?
Deep fried.
Yeah, like, and it's like, you know.
You became a deep fried meme?
A little bit, yeah. I'll show you the stuff. I don't want to talk about who it is. But like, I even contacted them. I was like, hey man, you got to take this down. And like one guy wrote me back. He's like, do you not like patriotism? Do you not like this? And I was like, dude, I'm trying to get into grad school. I don't want to be associated with you. Take the photo down. And that was when I found out that it's public domain, because the guy who took the photo went to combat camera, continued his career to this day in the Marine Corps, does really cool stuff now. Good friend of mine. But like, he's like, as long as they say that I took the photo, somewhere in the photo, they can use it. And I was just like, this sucks. But Wiley X found out about it. They found out about Veteran with a Sign, and they're like, you're a boy. And I loved him. Love all their glasses, actually.
I like it.
It's you know, life's weird like that, though. I couldn't have anticipated that. Would have been nice if I got a little bit of that General Dynamics Humvee money, though. That's the one like ad in the
Oh, really?
the one in my office. It's a Humvee ad from the Marine Corps Times that my parents had. They cut it out and they framed it, and I was like, that's really cool. Like, this is just cool. But then the more I think about it, and I was like, that's like $1 billion.
When I went to basic training, every company, it was like, it had to have been first because it was so rough. Every company had like a Facebook page. So I didn't have a phone, but like they were taking pictures of us doing shit and they would post it on the Facebook page. And so like you could tell your family like, oh, hey, here's this Facebook page. You can see pictures of us, whatever. I come home. There's a fucking picture of a white dude that kind of looks like me on my parents' fridge. I'm like, why the fuck you got a picture of Jones on the fridge? That's not you? No, that's not me. It's another white guy wearing fucking safety glasses.
Come on, Mom. That's not your child. Dad's like, told you.
Literally what happened.
I'm going to go pee in the garage.
I'm going to go pee in the garage.
That's what he does. Since you left, your father doesn't stop peeing in the garage. Yeah. Dude, there's like one or two photos of me in boot camp. They're not flattering. For some reason at that time in the boot camp yearbook, the like PT photos in particular, they're all like black and white. This is 2007, by the way. Like,
first of all, fuck off. At least the Marine Corps uniform is so much better than the Army ACU uniform.
Y'all's uniforms have always sucked.
I'm running around in fucking Minecraft outfit with fuzzy patch here, fuzzies, like
no, green on green, baby. Just sweats. Just a sweat top, sweat bottom.
So much better.
So it's dude, it's old. And the whole time I was wearing it, I was like, this is like classic. Like this, it works. Like you just put it on, it matches. This goes on top, this goes on bottom. No pockets. That's the only thing. But you can't put your hands in your pockets anyways. But there's one photo of me, and we're on a parallel bars, and there's like 8 of us on parallel bars, and we're doing a hold while someone else is completing a circuit in front of us. And this is the face I'm making. And like, I had a very similar thing. It was a photo that my family got a hold of, and they like cut it out, and they're like, "Look, it's our warrior at boot camp." And I'm like, "That's what you chose? My head shaved, to have goofy BCGs." And I'm just like, it's not a strong look. It's the opposite of a strong look. I hated it.
I buzzed my head from like 3rd grade through forever.
High school.
Yeah, like I would literally just rub trimmers on my head.
Yeah, a wall.
Yeah, like that's how my hair all my like teenage years, all through high school. So I show up to basic training with a buzz cut already because that's what I've been doing for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were all fucking mad. Like I was trying to get ahead of the game. Still made me sit down for a fucking haircut. When I got there, it was like, okay, neat. You shaved off that much hair. I'm heartbroken. Everybody else is fucking crying and shit.
Thank you, sir. Can I have another?
Also, I think I was like one of the first iterations to go through where it was like co-ed. So I had females at basic training with me. And one of the crazier parts was you had girls showing up with like fucking cotton candy blue hair.
Really?
Yeah. So then it's like when they go to the barber, they had to actually sit down and like get their hair colored for fucking 6. That's like an all day event.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like,
I know.
Yeah. Like those girls were like getting cycled through the barbershop for like days because every fucking hair color takes how many hours or whatever from a professional. So
About 4.
And they had to pay out of their own pocket to have their hair recolored to a natural color. I was like, that's
where my tax dollars went. I don't like it. I never.
No, they had to pay for it.
They paid.
Yeah,
for it.
basic training, you got to pay. You get like I think they give you like a little prepaid credit card that's like $300, and it comes out of your first or second paycheck or whatever it is, just so you have money to get there. And like they take you to the PX, and they're like, "Here's your shopping list. You have to have everything on this list."
We didn't get that till the end.
Okay.
You got all of that stuff at the end for us. So like basically, we were working on credit, and they deducted it.
Gotcha.
They're like, you thought you had like 10 grand. Actually, you have like 4. Yeah. And it's like a kick in the teeth. It's an absolute kick in the teeth. I wish I'd done the thrift savings plan, but I didn't have extra dollars to throw around. But do you know about Finance and Maneuver?
No.
The clothing brand company?
I've heard of it.
The guy who started that was a Marine. He got out and he had this idea. He's like, why don't I help Marines take their TSP plans and move them to a different fund, something that's actually working for them and will make them more money. And then he went to like one of these companies like Mass Mutual or something like that. And he was like, hey, I've got a whole untapped market for you, like that you can like literally make game-changing money. And he like pitched it to this guy. He's like, I'll do it in like 6 months. I'll hit this goal. And he's like, all right, buddy, you think you can do it? Blah, blah, blah. He hit it in like half the time. And then he had all this money. And then he's like, oh, I'm now going to launch a brand called Finance and Maneuver, the clothing brand, where he just does, what is it called? Drops. He just does drops and just crushes. And then moves on to the next thing. Does the Tesla giveaways, all that jazz. Great guy. Crushes though. But it was literally just like, let me move this stuff out of TS. Most people forget about it when you get out. If you don't cash it out, move it over here, boom.
And it's a nightmare to try to move.
It is. But
like,
he figured it out. Like he had the whole system, and basically the company took on like all the risk associated with it because they just didn't want to touch it and blah, blah, blah. But he's crushing.
Good.
Yeah. Possible business model you should look at.
I already sell t-shirts.
Yeah, you sell t-shirts. You do okay. You do all right. I'm worried.
Why?
I'm not worried. The kids are good. The kids are going to be okay.
Cutter's wearing his Quack Bang t-shirt right now.
Yeah, no, it's great. I like the idea of them going to school, be like, my dad made this.
Dude, the amount of emails I get where it's like my 13-year-old son was sent home because he was wearing one of your shirts cracks me up.
Is it really that many?
A lot.
None of your shirts are like violent.
I've had kids sent home for like shirts that like I wouldn't think like I could. Okay, it's never a war crime the first time. All right, or like if I
That's
have
also true.
if I have a gun on it or something, like I think that's stupid. But like I understand, oh, we have a no gun policy, whatever. But like I've had kids get sent home just for the fat electrician logo because it's a bomb. It's like
They did that to Mia.
You
She
guys-
wore like a Halloween. It was like Halloween, so you were able to like wear a costume or wear a Halloween shirt.
Yeah.
She wore a cartoon version of like Michael Myers, no knife, no nothing, and a bunch of other like serial killers, but they're all cartoon kid versions of it. Sent home.
Kind of sounds like a cheat code for a free day, honestly. It's not bad. You're like, what? They sent my child home? Bastards. My bad, dog.
I'm gonna be a nightmare for my kids' schools. I can already tell.
It's
You
a lot.
decided on public or private?
I think they're going to the private school here in town. It's so cheap in Iowa.
Well, doesn't hurt to learn about the Lord while you're there.
I mean, it's not cheap, but compared to like what I hear from like you in Nashville or like, you know, what John's doing in Texas, it's like, oh, I could send both my kids to school for half that of what one kid is somewhere else.
Well, the dance in most places is like, so where we live, so you either like live in Nashville proper and then you send your kids to private school, or you live south or in a different part of Nashville, you pay more than if you lived in Nashville proper, but use the public schools. The public schools are great. So like that's the cost difference. Like they get you one way or the other, right? Because we looked at it and, you know, our public schools are like top in the state, top in the nation, like top 20. And so I'm like, yeah, we're doing that. Like we're all in on that. But it costs more to live there just for that. That's a good use of my tax dollars. I'm okay with that. That makes sense to me. But it's, I mean, I remember, dude, wait till you go to your first orientation. Have I ever told you this kindergarten story?
No.
I never told you. All right. So we go to this orientation and like, first off, we had kids when we were younger. Everyone's at least 10 years older than me and Christy, at least. And I'm being kind. It was closer to 15 to 20, some of them. Some of them, it's their second go at life, these marriages. So like there's a lot of like wealthy older people and stuff and younger wives and older dudes. And, you know, like I can hear one guy walking in. He's like, I've been doing this for like 20 years, like in the kindergarten orientation. Like he literally was like, he's like, I've done this before, Stacy, you know, like, and she's like, come on, I'm excited. Abigail's so excited to see you. What? He like didn't even want to sit down. And it's so demeaning because like it's a kindergarten room. So you sit down in the little kindergarten chairs. And I was just like, like this. And like the old guy, I remember he couldn't even sit down. He's like, I'm not sitting down in that thing. He's like, I'm the head of whatever, you know? But we're like in there and they're like talking about the rules and stuff. And, you know, I went up and we met the teacher. She's very kind, became a friend of ours. And she's like, well, your wife said that, you know, you like do some stuff helping veterans and stuff. Were you in the military? I was like, yeah, I was in the military and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, well, thank you for your service. You're very, very kind. And then I'll never forget this. This guy next to me goes, yeah, I played baseball in college. I was like, what? He goes, yeah, I you know, I didn't go pro, but D1 college baseball. I was like, that's
a weird dick measuring contest.
That's great. Thank you, sir. And like he walked off and she just looked at me. She goes, that was weird. And like, that's basically like how it went the whole time was like, I was around people who would say like stuff and I would just be like, are people fucking with me?
I'm so embarrassed to have to say I'm a YouTuber.
You shouldn't be, but it does make people go.
It's like,
YouTube's the smallest thing you do with your time.
it's like, it's just, what do you do? My default answer, I make videos on the internet. Oh, like you work for a media company? Kinda. Yeah, I make videos. Oh, like what? I make YouTube videos.
This always happens.
Every time.
The long pull, it always happens.
Every time. It's like, I make YouTube videos. Oh, are you an influencer?
That's how
like,
they say it.
Yeah.
What is it you do, Bob?
Technically, I'm an influencer. And 99% of the time, if it's another grown-ass adult, they look at me and they don't say anything. But the look says, oh, fucking this guy sits at home all day, naked, eating Cheetos, dicking off on his computer, and his wife is like a doctor or something. That explains everything. And the next question every time, what does your wife do?
Yeah. Dr. Hannah, medicine woman.
Yeah. Default answer every time, me. What? She's a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
So you pay all your bills with YouTube? Yes. It's like
I have a very similar thing because like when you're here, you're around normal people too. We're the only ones that have this.
Yeah.
Everyone in Texas is around Texas creator people.
Right.
They're friends, they're family, the subculture. It's all Texas creator people. But like you're around normals and so am I. So when I'm on these cheer trips, they're like, what does he do for a living? Same thing. I just, I make videos. I usually say I make videos online or I do online marketing just to try and
not have the conversation.
I don't want to talk about it. And it's always, the women are usually, the moms, I should say, are usually like, okay, that sounds cool. That's great. Whatever. To be honest, I have found out that the women, as soon as you say that, they're like, I'll look this up later and investigate. And the dads are like, what does that mean? And then that's where it's always like, okay. And I'm like, well, I do this. Well, what does that mean? How do you make money doing that? It's always, how do you make money? I'm like, well, there's,
the inability of like boomers and older to comprehend that you can make money on the internet blows my mind.
Yes.
I will explain here's how I explain it. I go, the business model of TV, like you watch a TV show for the show, but ads play during the show. Well, the show makes money by you watching the ad, and they make more money the more people watch. The more people that watch the ads, the more money they make. It's the same exact business model, but for YouTube videos. And they're like, yeah, I don't get it. How the fuck do you not understand? I just explained it to you. Yeah. You've been watching TV since TVs were fucking invented. What is not adding up here?
Yeah.
Like,
you were there when we put a man on the moon. Come on. Like, you understand it, but they never do it. There's a few times where it's been like where the lines have blurred. Like, we were at Disney and we were people I'd known forever. And there's this guy, he used to own a construction company up in Wisconsin. He's a great dude. And, I've known him and his family and his daughter forever. Like, our kids basically grew up together. And we were watching the Super Bowl at Disney for the thing. And I was like, dude, I got to travel tomorrow. And he's like, what are you doing, bud? And I was like, I got to go to San Diego. He's like, what are you doing? Like podcasts and stuff? I was like, yeah. And he like looks at me and he goes, are you doing Jocko? I go, yeah, I'm doing Jocko. He goes, what the you're doing Jocko? And then his wife goes, you're doing Jocko? And Christy was like, yeah, he's doing like a podcast. It's like whatever. And he's like, no, he's doing Jocko. That's a big deal. And I was like, yeah, I'm doing unsub again. You're gonna be able to like, it was just like, it was like all my worlds like collided at once. And then like I had like massive street cred like after that, but it was just, there aren't many times. The rest of it's just like, he just like goofs off with his friends and they like shoot guns. And he goes to Texas sometimes or Iowa sometimes. But it's funny when you find like dads in the know and they're like, hey, is Nick like this? It kind of, I'm always like, don't call him Nick.
what?
Don't call him Nick. I don't say that, but
you can call me Nick.
my first, you can't call him Nick. My first thought is like, he's my Nick. He's my Nick.
Are you embarrassed about it, or you just don't want to go through the explanation of like trying to make people comprehend and understand?
For me, it's twofold. I'm not embarrassed by it at all. I'm not embarrassed by it. I've done way worse jobs. Like, honestly, when I was stirring shit and it was on fire in Afghanistan, that felt like bottom barrel, like literally bottom of the barrel shit, because it was. Like, I was just like, oh, you really wanted to be funny in high school. Here we are. And
it's just that generation, right? It's the boomer generation, because
anyone over 35.
like our kids think it's the coolest thing ever. Like when they see Uncle Zach on TV,
yeah,
they're locked in. They think it's the coolest freaking thing.
Yeah, my daughters downplay it, but all their friends are like, that's cool. Like, because they'll be like, that's cool. But the thing that some of them are very cool. But overwhelmingly, the majority is just like, for me, it's uncomfortable, especially when I'm doing stuff with the kids, like at their sports, because like I get enough attention to last me 100 lifetimes. So when I'm in dad mode, I just want to be dad. You know what I'm saying? And when they're doing their sports and everything, I just want it to be about them. I don't want to be about like, well, yeah, I'm going up to Iowa to hang out with Nick, and we're going to shoot guns and blah, blah. Like, there's some times where I just want to be Zach the dad. And those are the times where I really want to do it. Because this is just my feeling. I feel like I'm being selfish and kind of taking away a little bit from their thing. And like when I'm there with them, they're the most important thing in the world. I'm literally not doing stuff, or I say no to stuff, or I'll leave early or come home late just so I can be with them because that's my priority. And so that's just my position on it. What do you think?
I don't get tired of explaining it. It's just, I don't know. It's a weird thing to explain. It's just like, I feel like people have a tendency to not like or criticize something they don't understand. And there's a high amount of people that don't understand it, so they criticize it, if that makes sense. So it's just like, I don't know what he does. Like, I've gotten to the point with older people, like, they'll be like, you have a nice car. How do you afford it? Fuck it, I deal drugs. Is that an easier explanation for you? I'm a drug dealer. Like,
yeah, it's, I just do online marketing. I do online marketing because like,
oh, are you the reason every time I talk about something, I get ads for it for the next 3 weeks?
Kind of.
That's where that conversation is going to go.
Kind of.
You're listening to me on my phone.
If it's cool stuff, yeah. If you want to get hydrated, if you want to get some protein, then yeah. No, it feels like demeaning with older people. They have like a passive aggressiveness of like, because they do feel like we cheated a little bit because you're outside the box. That's really what it is. I found that there's two camps. People that are like, that's cool. I kind of hate you.
Like, yeah, there's definitely the people that can be like, that's awesome. I'm really happy for you.
Yeah.
And then people that are like, that's bullshit. You're not going through the same type of struggles that the rest of us are. Which
is not true at all. Like this
is
right
true. It's just different struggles.
Well, it's a different struggle.
It's a different hard. I wouldn't fucking trade you, just to be clear. I'm not complaining.
I
vastly prefer this.
Because people see the end product. They don't see, the editing, the back and forth, the conversations with sponsors. How do you get sponsors?
Like when you gave away essentially how you create a video, I was blown away by the amount of research you do, the amount of cross-referencing you do amongst, books, Reddit threads, interviews. Like, it is insane. I'm like, that is hours and hours and hours of your time. And then you haven't even created the video yet. So people think it's easy, but once you get into the weeds of it and you really put together your first video,
bro, that's not even the shitty part. Like, that part is that's just the grunt work of it. Like and I'm not complaining. Again, I'm not trying to make anybody feel sorry for me. This is the best job on the planet. I'm the luckiest guy in the world. But the hard part is, after doing it for fucking years, is a big part of you wishes you could just I could go back to being an electrician, because it's I know how to do it, and I just get to show up and I get to do it, and then I get to go home. But every time I finish a video, it's okay, cool, I did all the grunt work and whatever. But now it's now I have to find the new topic and make it creative again. Being creative back to back over and over again is really fucking hard.
This is exactly why I say my last job will be working at the local rec center, putting air into basketballs, wiping down gym equipment. I'll walk in at 8, I'll leave at 5. And you won't even know I existed.
But when I was an electrician, I'd watch, I was watching the movie Limitless. Everybody's seen that fucking movie, right? And it's oh, he's bitching that he has writer's block. What, he gets to hang out at home all day and write a book. Fucking boohoo. And it's all right, I kind of fucking get it now. It's fucking difficult.
Yeah, it is hard. And cause I just always think of it as you're on a path and then you do a thing and then it's well, there's no more path.
There is no path.
Well, but the path is the path you made.
Fuck, I got to figure it out.
Now I have to make more path and then walk a few more steps forward. And then it's well, I know how to go back. I can't dig, you can't walk that road to me. You can do a few things. There's a few layups I can do, but
you can't go into autopilot. You can't just show up.
Yeah.
You could chill out for a couple of days, but you're already behind.
Really, not with YouTube, man.
Not with YouTube.
The YouTube algorithm is if I don't upload every 2 weeks, so YouTube, if I go past 16 days, I've experimented enough with this to know if I upload and that upload is any longer than 16 days from the last upload, that video is going to bomb. It could be a great video. It's automatically going to do bad just because it was so much time in between.
Well, it's because it knows when to feed.
Yeah. So you just have this like constant feeling of impending doom of like, okay, upload. Fuck. 16 days on the clock.
The clock
Go.
has started.
Yeah.
It's like 24.
Right.
No, well, and it's so funny too because is it you that says it? We're all just I can't remember, somebody said it and it's stuck in my head, but we're all just one algorithm change from being out of the job.
Oh yeah, we all say that.
Yeah, like it's just like because like right now, like they could be like, you know what, YouTube doesn't like this anymore. Here's what we like. We like diagonal videos now. And
No,
like,
you feel like you're on it. Like when you're an influencer,
Yeah.
you feel like you're on a fucking game show.
Yeah.
Because it's like every morning I could wake up and YouTube just decided, you know what? Fuck this guy. Delete. Gone.
Yeah.
Going back to work.
or like they could look at your sponsor and be like, yellow. Actually,
Yeah.
not yellow. Red. What? Why? We don't like him.
That happened to Brandon, almost got deleted over that.
What sponsor was it?
It wasn't a sponsor. It was they changed their firearms policy.
Oh yeah.
It was when they changed their firearms policy to you're not allowed to have automatic guns on the platform.
Yeah.
Which, okay, cool. I know that rule moving forward. I
Yeah.
can abide by it. I think it's a stupid rule, but I can play the game.
Grandfather.
Right. They didn't grandfather anything in. So Brandon, who had 300 videos shooting machine guns, they all just started going red and giving him strikes. He got like you get 3 strikes, you're out. They delete your YouTube channel.
Game over.
He got 3 strikes in like 12 hours. And he's like, what do you guys want me to do? You want me to delete my whole back catalog of YouTube channel? Like, and then enough people in similar situations are like, oh yeah, I guess we can't do that. We'll grandfather these ones in and these
Yeah.
are the rules moving forward. But it's just like, you're constantly living on like, oh, the one dude making, $100,000 at YouTube across the planet who doesn't know anything about guns, interpreted something about guns, fucking gone.
That's it. Because you're on the bleeding edge.
Yeah. And I mean,
At the,
I had
the very
my
tip.
channel got in trouble because they got really weird when the Ukraine-Russian thing first kicked off about showing war footage, and they did not discriminate war footage from war footage. So like when I'm showing war footage from World War II, they're like, that's combat footage. You're in trouble. And it's like, there's a vast difference between me showing a recruiting video from World War II with the guy with our boys are going over to the Pacific Theater to blah, 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 and like showing drone footage of some dude that died 48 hours ago. Like,
Yeah, it feels.
it's a sense of impending doom.
Yeah,
That's the term.
because like, and I went to one of their locations. It was actually I'm sure there's cooler ones, but for me, it's probably the coolest one that I could think of. I went to, one of their creator events in Culver City last year, at the Spruce Goose location. So it's where Howard Hughes had the Spruce Goose and they turned it into a YouTube place. So it's still a huge like aircraft hangar. And like, I was in there and I was like, I don't want to make the overlords mad. And at that time, they're like, shorts, push shorts. Long story short, shorts was not the move. They're like, there's no different algorithm. YouTube loves the shorts and it loves the long form. Negative. No. YouTube wants you to do shorts because it keeps you on platform longer and they pay the creator the least.
That's also the scary part is like, you go to YouTube for help on something and you realize very quickly there's like one dude at YouTube that knows how that algorithm works.
Yes.
And you're never going to get to talk to him.
Ever.
You go to talk to these people and you're like, that's not correct. No.
No.
And then like
This was the head of shorts of North America.
In
who said this.
hindsight, it makes sense because it's like, oh, if you knew how to do this, you would be doing it. Okay. Perfect. Nobody knows anything. So then it's like, that's how you end up being friends with other YouTubers. It's like, hey, have you ever done this? How'd it go? Okay, cool. And then you just basically exchange fuck ups that you've made back and forth so you don't have to make the same mistake.
That's what Jimmy talks about is he had like a creator hub of friends initially and they just A/B tested everything, which is what we all do now. It's like, what do you think of this? Blah, 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 blah. But like, because I know a big thing, YouTube and all the platforms say this, there's no one who controls the algorithm. It just does its own thing. There's no buttons for it. There's no prompts. And I go, well, that's not true. There's no way that the all-powerful algorithm is just let loose on its own. Eventually, it'll probably become like sentient and like take over. But like, you mean to tell me that all of the late night shows just wound up on the homepage for no reason? Stuff that, I've been wanting to talk to you about this forever. Colbert gets canceled, right?
Okay.
Do you know how many views he was getting a month per episode? 41 episodes. Give me a view average a month. What do you think it was?
30,000.
Allegedly, his average on CBS, I think it's CBS, was like 2 million.
Okay.
Right? And so I got in the mistake of like, they were like canceling it. And I like went on one of those pages. I was like, real talk, who's actually watching this stuff? And the comments were like, people with class, people who like love this, people who aren't afraid of Trump. And I was like, okay, so realistically, he got not that many views per month. I made more than that on Instagram and Meta. Like, what are we talking about here? And they're like, well, it's always trending on the homepage of YouTube. How does it get there? The algorithm, there's that many people looking for late night with Stephen Colbert? No.
Yeah.
It's a little push. Gets a little paid push, right? Probably paid advertising most likely, but like all the clips are viral online. I've never seen one of them, not a day in my life. Not one day in my life have I gone online to look for a late night TV show clip ever. I haven't watched a late night show since Jimmy Fallon left the late one.
Dude, he's the biggest.
He turned.
Dude, how do you go from the Man Show to just being an actor?
Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel.
That's Jimmy
Oh,
Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel. Sorry, yeah.
Well, yeah. So,
But also late night.
same, even bigger. Well, he took a bag. They're like, hey, you want to work at Disney?
Yeah, no, I don't blame
Yeah.
him for taking the bag. I'm saying, like, how do you go from doing the Man Show to being an absolute beta bitch?
Because I think what I really think it is you get in there and they're like, you're the man. You know what? You're the man. You're so great. And some people have been telling him that, and they're telling him that. You know what you should do? You should walk out there and tell those people about vaccines. You should walk out there and tell them about this. Like that stuff, they're just getting like all sorts of praise and you're the guy. And they're so disconnected and they're so insulated. There's hundreds of people that depend on them and they're so easily influenced. And all they do is that one thing, and that's their bubble and that's their world and everything else. And like none of them get why. I think all of late night's on its way out personally. I think it's, you know who gets the most views every night? Gutfield.
Yeah, he's
Just
great.
he bodies them. Doesn't even come close. Just beats them all. Like if you put them all together in one room, he still does better on his worst episodes than any of them. Because he doesn't demean people. It's not because he's right-wing and on Fox. It's like if you watch them all, they literally like just talk down to people the whole time in their monologues. They're like, well, if you did this or blah, 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 or well, if you did this, blah, blah, blah. Also, 200 people? How do you have 200 people on a late night show? What are they doing?
That is one of the things. It's like
200 people.
Yeah.
What number is your podcast right now on YouTube in the world?
23.
There's not 200 people that run unsubscribe.
Yeah, unsubscribe is the 4 hosts, Show, Finn, and that's it. 6 people.
Like, what do we? How?
I've heard Hollywood's a nightmare because like who's the actor? He's in Tommy Boy. He's the bad boy in Tommy Boy, and then he's in
Rob Lowe.
Parks and Rec. Rob Lowe. Rob Lowe was talking about it, and he's like, with how bad Hollywood is with like the production unions and everything.
Yes,
I've heard it's a nightmare. He's like, there's no way we could have ever produced that show, creating episodes that good that quickly in Hollywood, because it's like, oh, and same thing with like blue collar jobs. They're like, no, that task has to be done by this guy from this union. Like I've been on job sites where it's like a union job site and it's like, I'm an electrician. I'm running a pipe. I need this pipe to come out of the building, run down the wall, go into the ground, run 30 feet to this other building, go up the wall, into the wall in that building. Cool. I can do all of that, but it's a union job site and digging holes is exclusively done by the laborers union, not the electricians union. So I need to get there, run my pipe down the wall, go find somebody from the laborers union. I have to watch him dig a fucking hole and I can't help because that's his fucking job. And then when the hole's done, I can fucking run my pipe through it and then he fills the hole back in. So it's just like, I need somebody to adjust that light. Fuck, there's no lighting guy here. Get a phone call to get somebody out for a lighting guy. So it's like, it's so hard.
Total sense.
It's so hard to produce anything. And that's why a lot of like production and shit is getting moved to Texas. And he's like, we would have had to probably go out of the country to film at the rate we were filming to get shit done.
I think that's why they said they canceled his show.
Also, that probably creates so much animosity between trades.
Yeah.
It's like,
no, it really doesn't. It's,
no? Okay.
I mean, it's straight up like, it's like,
so everybody kind of knows.
Everybody knows.
Yeah.
Like everybody knows that we're just playing the game and this is stupid. And you're just like, hey man, I would love to help you with this. And he's like, nah, I get it, bro. Like I completely understand. This is fucking dumb. Dude, like it's wild.
He was on like one of those shows. It was like Rescue 911 or 911 Texas or whatever. And they're making a Nashville one now. I found out it's like 911 Nashville. And I read the comments on it. I was like, cool, great. I could also just call my friends. But hey, there's crime with country music, you know? I hate that type of like soft brain, like television programming. But they were like, what happened to Rob Lowe's? And somebody said like the thing with these shows is they do a certain amount of seasons and then they basically just cancel him because it hits a point where everyone's got to get their pay increased. So they just shut that one down and then they start a new one and they basically just drag an audience to a new show in a new location because it's cheaper to start a brand new show than it is to continue running a current show. And you know who knows a lot about this? You talked to him. I think you talked to him. I know they're on Unsub. The Navy SEAL guys, AJ Buckley and Tyler Gray. Like they know a lot about it. And it's just like, it's a lot of entertainment stuff.
Hollywood crap. I mean, it's any massive organization's just going to turn into bureaucratic nonsense and red tape that shouldn't exist.
It's stupid. It's honestly stupid. Because I even heard that, I'm sure you know better than this because of unions, like everything has like a job minimum. Like you need like X amount of lighting, X amount of sound, no matter what you're doing. Yeah. Even if they're not working, you have to pay them. Even if they're not there, you have to have them like basically for insurance and stuff. Or contractual obligations.
And like some of like doing ads and like you go into this meeting for an ad and they're like, you know, what the expectations are, blah, 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 blah. It's like some companies, it's just like, hey, here's 3 talking points. Go ahead and just send me the ad once it's filmed. If I need any corrections, I'll let you know. Okay, cool, easy. And there's other companies that are just like, okay, we need to get you on a video call with fucking 7 other people and we're going to talk about it for 45 minutes for a 30-second ad. And it's like, how do you guys get fucking anything done ever?
That's the thing. They don't.
Like, it blows there's so many people that are literally doing fucking nothing. I'm not trying to be a dick, but it's just like, why?
I don't get it either. Like
it's starting to translate to this space too. There's so many people that I meet who are producers or who are editors who literally just filled a position and outsource the actual work.
Ooh, we should name them.
Crazy, dude. Especially around Nashville. I get contacted by people to consult pretty often or to set up like, you know, production studios for them and everything. And they have a producer. And I meet this producer and I'm like, hey, you know, give me your guidelines. Like, what do you want for equipment? Where do you want it at? And they're like, I have no idea. Like, what do you recommend? And I'm like, you're supposed to be this person's like essentially right-hand man and guiding them through this process. This is what you get paid for. And you brought me in to do your job,
dude.
Well, this person's not here. So you can get like, you know, it's crazy to me how this
everything's doing it. All the big construction companies are all shifting from building shit to transitioning over to construction management. So it's literally like just the office people. Then they like do the architecture. Like they usually partner with an architecture firm and then the architecture firm fucking does the blueprints and everything. And then the construction company that got big, they transitioned to construction management. And then all they do is call small little construction crews, electrician crews, plumber crews, and just like contract it out and have it done. And they just oversee it. Like they literally just, what do? I'm a bunch of red tape in the middle that makes shit more complicated. That's all it is. It's fucking crazy.
It's interesting because I thought post-COVID, the trend would be like the lean method, basically Toyota, right? If you have a job, you do the job, the end. No insulation, no unnecessary management. If you're managing, like, that's why Toyota's doing really well. That in the Middle East. But like their whole,
speaking of which,
they stole that.
The CEO of Toyota, I think it's the CEO of Toyota, overthrew Elon Musk for like a millisecond for wealthiest man in the world.
Well, that means we're going to war again. Another shipment of Hiluxes hit.
I saved it. Hold on.
Oh my God.
I posted it on Instagram, but yeah, it was like some war broke out in the Middle East and his revenue because he owns a bunch of shares of Toyota went through the fucking roof.
Yeah. Dude, I guarantee those meetings are like in a bunker. Like they're like, okay, and now we're going to do the blank meeting. It's like in the cone of silence. They've got white noise disruptors, anti-recording devices, EMPs, and everything's on paper and it gets burned the second the meeting's over. You know, it's probably like being read into like a Navy SEAL program. And like, boys, how are we doing? We're doing great. We were worried a little bit, but the Taliban are like promoting tourism, but they're buying more stuff. Have you seen that stuff? The Taliban tourism psyops?
Yeah.
I've never seen anything dumber in my entire life. Oh, these are our friends, brother.
I love having or just seeing the kind of America sucks. America's awful. And it's also like, America is so awful that you've never once actually considered leaving. Not only that, you think that if anybody tries to prevent more people from coming to America, they're an inhumane asshole. Like, kind of sounds awesome. And you know it. Kind of sounds a little bit awesome. Ooh. My country's better because our president, first of all, I don't even know who the fuck your president is. So we are the Kim Kardashian of the world. Everybody knows what the fuck we're up to. And no American can name another president other than like maybe Trudeau.
Mm-hmm. And like, we got a fat ass. Yeah, is that what we're saying? America, land of the free, home of the cheeks.
Whoever the president is, Trump, Biden, Obama, Bush, doesn't matter. They're like immediately propelled to like Mike Tyson status for 20 years after the fact.
We run it. The end. You might not like it. You might wish there was someone better. Come take the crown. You ain't no one getting the crown, dude. Putin comes to America. What we do? We hit him with the flyover, baby.
I want a short made where it's just like somebody being like, ever since we went off the gold standard, the US dollar isn't backed by anything, and it's just a hard cut, and it starts playing Thunderstruck of just like a naval fleet and fucking Delta Force kicking in a fucking door. Like, actually, America runs on the lead standard.
Amen, dude. Amen. Land of the free because of the brave. Don't ever forget it. Boom, baby.
Who was that last guy that tried to sell oil on the global market not using the petrodollar, a.k.a. the U.S. dollar? What was that guy's name?
I can't remember it.
Saddam
Hussein. What happened to him? Oh, yeah, he went in a hole, and then that was it. Yeah,
check your Target receipts. Oh, aluminum tubes. That could be something.
Yeah, he got a little bit off leash there. He was playing ball for a little bit. He was the lesser of two evils in that area, that's for sure. But created a power vacuum for a while. Iraq seems pretty chill. I don't know. It seems like it's actually like safe as far as places go.
Who was the other guy that didn't want to use the petrodollar? What the fuck was his name?
I don't know.
Gaddafi? Yeah. Oh.
Insert Hillary meme here.
Yeah. The Uncle Sam list.
Hey, don't mess around.
In 2000, Iraq under Saddam officially switched its oil sales from U.S. petrodollars to euros. In 2002,
he realized he had made a mistake.
Not saying it's right. I'm just saying it happened.
You're not here to defend history. You're here to tell it, and you're here to yell it.
This is true.
He's here to tell it, and he's here to yell it. Well, we're going to yell some more history over on the Pepperbox.tv after show. That's where you go for all your ad-free content to support the boys. Hope to see you there. Nick, any saved rounds or alibis?
No, go check out Pepperbox. Ad-free, uncensored. I got a bunch of exclusive shows there.
Yeah.
Then this show's there, ad-free, and then the after show too.
Do it. Well, are good? Good. We'll see you on the after show.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Say it. Say the thing, fuckface.
That's how it's done.
Thank you.